All right, we are recording and good evening, everybody. And let me just put it on record that Steve sucks because he's in Florida where it's warm. And I've got snow in my backyard, Steve. Before it settled in the last week and a half, but I put a tape measure in there and I had 52 inches in my backyard. So that sucks.
That's
The
that's crazy.
Yeah, the barrel disappeared where my vertical was. You know where my vertical is in the backyard, right? And I got that big blue barrel. It
Yeah.
was gone. You couldn't see it. So anyway, all right, let's get started here. I got a couple of things that I really want to cover tonight, and I really need everybody's opinion. Um, so I'm going to start this thing out by turning it over, yeah, turning it over. I'm going to start this thing out by asking if anybody has any correspondence. Okay, don't everybody talk at once. All right, so with that, um, let's go through and get reports from anybody first. Um, Tom, anything from you?
Negative.
All right, and congratulations. Tom was given him and his wife Barb were given a life membership to the Schoharie County Amateur Radio Association for all that they do and have done for the club. So, Tom, congratulations to you and Barb. And if you
Appreciate
would,
that.
if you would, please tell Barb she needs to run for president next time. I nominate her every year, and every year she says no. Um, okay, Jerry, anything from you on your end?
Supposedly they're supposed to be nine, but I think it's
Nothing really outside of thanks everybody for getting the
earlier, not at all. It will not be on time.
I gotta mute somebody here. Okay, thanks, Jerry. Matt, anything?
Not at this point. I'm thinking about contacting the North Country Children's Museum that we've got in Potsdam and see if I can do some kind of a demo or whatever there.
Yeah, Matt, that's a good idea. I don't know why what it is why ARRL doesn't like to pay for booths or whatever, but they really don't, and I don't know um, what the deal is there, but I'm going to pursue that a little more and be a bit more of a thorn in their side. But I think it's a liability thing, is what I think. I don't think it's that they don't want to. I think it's a liability thing. But I've got to get a straight answer on that, and then I'll let you know. Matt is looking at some different opportunities for those of you who don't know to do some stuff that serves kids, and that's what we need. Our problem is we are an aging out hobby. So anything we can do to involve younger folks would be a good thing. Tryon Amateur Radio Club just did the school club roundup and had quite a bit of success. Had a lot of kids because they did it at the school, and had some kids come back multiple times. So good job for them. Bob, KD2QLH, what's going on?
Not too much. Just waiting for the county to get back in their building in Canton, hook us back up there for the station. Other than that,
cool.
Not much.
Cool. Paul, W2POL, any correspondence? Anything you want to bring up quick?
Yeah. Well, I'm just up at a Republican meeting over here at the Holiday Inn, and can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yep, you're doing fine.
Okay. I'd like to bring up, it just bounced a question off people that was kind of like not asked outright, but pretty much what the guy wanted to know is why should I in it for me? So I thought that's a pretty good question there for me to think about, like a better answer, because I know so many people today are into what, so that's my thought. So yeah, back to you, Rocco.
Okay, well, you broke up with the question. Why should you what?
Oh, yeah, why should, what's in it for them?
What's in it for them for as far as what goes?
Well, they're wondering why they should go through the trouble of joining. So I just thought it was an interesting thing that people are looking about. Well, what's in it for me, kind of a thing. It's just
That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
not a whole lot, just a good feeling for volunteering.
So are you saying joining Aries?
Am I saying what?
Well, you're breaking up. So
Okay.
so you said what's in it for them as far as joining what?
As far as joining Aries.
So there's nothing in it for them. And that's really the correct answer as far as I'm concerned. If they choose to want to serve their community, you know, and help out and exercise their skills and practice their skills, then they're welcome to join Aries. If they're looking to join Aries on a what's in it for me so I can get kudos, then not only is there nothing in it for them, but we probably don't want them, because we want people who want to do it because they want to do it and they want to help their communities, not that they want to get a pat on the back. So, and that is the exact answer that I would give.
Can I bring my opinion in on that, Rocco?
You absolutely may, Steve.
A good friend of mine is involved and has is part of a very successful nationwide company that does recruitment and retention for the volunteer fire service. And one of the things that I learned from him is that the type of people that are volunteering for whatever it be, whether it be volunteer fire service, EMS, the American Legion, amateur radio, the Moose Club, the type of people that we're trying to recruit now are different than we are. Our generation was more of the community service, and like I think what Paul's running into, a lot of the younger people are what's in it for me. So what you need to do is tie the two together. You need to tie together the community service, but you also have to look at the individuals that are joining and see what their needs are and what their skill sets are. And you may have somebody that might want to join Aries that's not interested in going out on deployment. That might be a perfect person to do some background marketing, stuff like that. So the type of volunteer nowadays is different, and they are going to come to you and they are going to ask that question, what's in it for me? So I think we need to look at that and market ourselves a little bit in that direction.
Okay, Steve, thanks. It just worries me when I hear the what's in it for me type of thing. But it is now your turn, Steve. What else? You got anything besides that you're warm and we're cold?
No, the only other thing I was going to bring up was the success of the school roundup. Was very happy to hear their outcome. It was better than I think anybody thought it was going to be. And they've also, the group that was there has also started to work on some improvements for it for next year. So that's all I really had right now.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, it was successful. Tom, N1YR, any correspondence or anything you want to bring up?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Cool. I'm using my wife's laptop because the backlight on mine went, in addition to no camera and no microphone. But apparently I can't get her camera working. I did buy a little gaming headset so I'd have some audio, and it lets me not interrupt her TV show. But as far as the section, nothing to report, just personal stuff.
Okay. Pete, W2PR.
Well, good evening, Rocco. And no, I don't have a report tonight, but I am quite interested in the comments. I think if anybody's looking for personal gain, they got the wrong hobby. Back to you, Rocco.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. I agree. One thing you are assured of in this hobby is an empty wallet. That's for damn sure. Nate, W2SLK.
Yeah, so the only thing we have to report on is our little Franklin County Aries group assisted with the Winter Carnival Parade for Saranac Lake, providing backup communication. So that worked out kind of well. We used Pisgah Mountain Repeater, and it was uneventful, other than someone trying to think they can drive through a hard barricade that was blocked off by the Tri-County Sheriffs. So other than that, it was a pretty smooth event, and the Winter Carnival people were very appreciative of the ham radio backup communications. And then on your other comment there with the whole Aries and not getting a lot of individuals helping, I know that in the fire department that I belong to, a lot of the younger members that are my age are having a hard time getting there because of work and just general life issues. And that was one of the comments that was made at the HamCon over in Vermont, is that a lot of people aren't trending into the radio hobby or into the, I guess you can say, the HF side of the hobby because of just the time and the space requirements and the price. And they're leaning more into the technical aspects of the hobby from a microwave, VHF, UHF standpoint. So that was kind of interesting hearing some of those comments when I was over at the HamCon in Vermont this past weekend about how kind of where the hobby's actually going from with the newer hams like myself and others that are looking to join.
Thanks, Nate. And I can't say as I disagree. Pete, KC2WI.
Yeah, what's in it for me? You could say that about any hobby. What's in it for you is fun and learning. And, if you're worried about emergency communications, I mean, if that, like, I agree with you, Rocco, that's a problem. The answer is, what's in it for you? Well, if you're a young person with a technical mindset, what's in it for you is brownie points for electrical engineering and jobs like that. But any hobby, what's in it for you? Flying model airplanes. What's in it for you? Fishing. Yeah, you're never gonna, unless all you do is go to Walmart and buy the rod for $10 and stand on the bridge and cast off. Maybe then you'll come out ahead. Cooking fish, but I think, I don't know. I mean, if people aren't interested because it's an interesting technical thing, then there's nothing in it for them. And I would answer them that way, I don't know. I don't really have anything else. I just got in from a trip to Amsterdam to the chiropractor, and then fixing my snowblower, and then finding I had to put a longer bolt in it, and then running the speculator and shoveling all the snow that came off the roof onto the steps and all that. So, but I agree. Somehow there's got to be, the marketing has to be, well, are you interested in communications? Are you interested in STEM? Are you interested in, are you like a maker? Stuff like that. If not, well, do something else. But I would love to be able to get some of the kids here interested, but it's very small and it's like me doing everything. So I don't know. Well, it seems like that's what we have to do. And I guess the thing would be, okay, we're gonna, do some electronics related thing, build a crystal radio, build a little thing that flashes 2 LEDs or some, because nobody sees the insides of stuff anymore. And the ones who are interested, good, and the ones who aren't, well, they can do something else.
Yep. Well, I'm I'm going to be interested to see what happens pretty soon. I've got I'm going to be going down to DC um, to a satellite meeting with Liz, and you know we'll be seeing a bunch of kids, and so I'm pretty interested to see what happens, and we'll you know just try to keep getting younger people involved. Good evening, Steve, WV2Z. Glad to have you with us tonight.
Hello, good to be here.
All right, well let's move on a little bit.
Rocco, I've got a question.
Yeah,
I guess this for Paul POL. I guess I'm a little confused with the discussion here. Is he saying that people are asking him what's in it for them to get into the hobby of amateur radio, or what's in it for them, people that are amateur radios already, operators already, that he's trying to recruit for Aries?
Okay, let me unmute there. Yeah, he's talking about what's in it for him to join Aries. Kind of like, is there any advantage to it? Am I going to get anything for it? So, yeah, I pretty much got the answer. There's nothing really into it for him other than feeling good or having a chance to learn a bunch of stuff. So to improve himself, that would be the good short answer.
Well, it would be organized, some kind of organized activity, and using your hobby for the public good, and B, you know, uh, learning things, building things, whatever it is, to, the challenge of doing that for a specific task, which is emergency and public service communications. I mean, it's a lot different than just, well, casually picking up an HT. You know,
I think the short, simple answer is self-satisfaction, and if that's not enough, this
right.
probably isn't the thing for you.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, I sent out. Did everybody see? I sent out the list of Zoom meetings for the SET.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. The reason I sent that out is I did not want that to get off our radar. So I'm thinking we should probably you know make mention of it to our groups here. We're into February, and soon we'll be starting these meetings. Now, not everybody is going to need to come to these meetings, and we know that, but we're gonna need a person or two to be on those meetings in case people show up and need help with 60 meters. So keep that in mind. I'm going to show up to them and help out as much as I can. It'd be nice to have a few others. And if nobody shows up, we'll have a rag chew for a little while and close the meeting down. But I think the SET will be kind of fun. I have made, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's up on the NNY ARRL site. I have made up some log sheets, and I'm going to do some tweaking and put some other stuff up so that we can log, kind of our contacts with other counties and stations. I've got them set up now with a drop down for the county they're in and whatever. But we can see how well 60 meters works. We can get folks set up on 60 meters, and it'll be a fun spring SET. That being said, I believe if we're going to do a spring SET on 60 meters, we're probably going to try to incorporate 60 meters into the October SET because there's a difference in time of year, and see how that works out as well. So that's something we can discuss as we go down the road further. But I want to get that in the back of everybody's mind, what we're gonna do. As far as the October SET goes, I would think that, and I know it's way early yet, but guys, keep this in mind. I think the theme, we want to have a theme for the SET, and I think maybe our theme will be an earthquake. And that will, we had an earthquake, I know we're not going to make it a devastating, earth melting meteor, striking world ending earthquake, but we're going to have an earthquake, and we're going to have damage, and we're going to have problems. And what I'm thinking of doing is putting different issues that would happen in an earthquake, and maybe this is something we can come up with in a hat, and then putting the 10 counties in a hat, pulling an issue and pulling a county. And hey, Bob, guess what? You guys got no electricity. Hey, Paul, Montgomery County's got no communications. Hey, Steve, Fulton County's got, wildfires and no electricity, something like that. And then report in that way. So we'll figure something out for the SET, but I think what we'll try to do is have a theme that we work around this time. We spent a couple of years doing deployments, and the folks have deployed, I think, pretty damn well, and they've gotten their messages in pretty well, and they've, so let's try to give them something a little interesting to do. In other words, I think if we don't make it fun, or we don't make it somewhat challenging, then maybe they'll lose interest. I just don't want it to be the same thing every year. So that is an idea I have, but you guys think about that for a couple of months, and we'll revisit it. Maybe in June or July. We'll revisit what we want the theme for the SET to be, but we definitely will want to use, I think, 60 meters again, to see how we fare spring to fall on the band.
Hey, Rocco,
Yes.
don't think an earthquake can't happen. I remember back in the 1980s, there was a Blue Mountain earthquake. That was enough that it shook me awake in my bed in the city of Schenectady.
See?
And technically, the St. Lawrence River is a fault line.
Perfect. So it'll work. All right. So let's think. But if somebody comes up with a better idea, listen, that's great too. I just try to I just think of stupid off the wall stuff and try to throw it out there, and then you guys do what you want to do with it. But there you have it. All right. So the other thing I had put down was prizes for field day, or doing something, for field day. So winter field day, we came up with a little care package, and I'm going to let W2POL tell you about that for about a minute while I go get a quick show and tell. Paul, you want to kind of talk about the care package you won for a minute, please?
Yeah, sure do. It was a coffee cup with the Northern New York logo on it. That's pretty cool. I use that about every third morning there. That's how the rotation seems to work for coming out of the dishwasher. There was a couple of coasters in there. Oh my goodness, there was bottle openers. There was a bunch of stuff in there that it was just pretty cool. So a big deal, big dollar value. probably 15, 20 bucks, something like that. But it was the fact that somebody actually recognized that we did stuff and we were there. So it's nice just to get a little something every once in a while to kind of like an attaboy. So that's what's going on with that. So I see the Rocco's back here, so I'll give it back to him.
Thanks, Tom. I just wanted to throw something out. So I wanted to do something different. So here's what I've done. You see here. All right, so first of all, we'd like to give out, these are Northern New York coffee mugs. They got the logo on both sides.
Nice.
So I had a few of those made. We got some Northern New York vinyl stickers. Some coasters. And there's a whole bag full of Northern New York assorted colors bottle openers. So we may come up with something else. I do have some holographic stickers, and believe it or not, here's 10 handbooks. Handbook 101. So anyway, what I was thinking is, for field day, if you guys thought it would be appropriate, everybody, and this is going to be a little bit different than what we did for winter field day. We had 4 winners of kind of like a care package. Come winter field day or summer field day, I think what we're going to do is, if I can have folks that are participating at the clubs that we go around to, I'm going to bring a care package with some stickers. There'll be the coffee mug, the stickers, a couple of coasters, a flash drive with a handbook on it, and a couple of bottle openers. What we'll do is have whoever the sponsoring club is having the field day, they'll have everybody's name in a hat, in a cup, whatever. They can designate somebody to pull a name, and that person will win that prize. So we'll do that for all the clubs that we hit, and then for those who operate field day independently from their house, they can send in an entry, sort of like we did for winter field day, and we'll pick one to win. So that's my thought for summer field day. Just kind of looking for any ideas or what your guys' thoughts are.
I think it's a great idea, Rocco. I think people like that. People like to collect that stuff. They like the coffee cups. They like stickers. I think it's a great idea.
Well, what I'm trying to do is get our logo out there, and market, for lack of a better term, market the Northern New York section. Because I think we got a lot of good people in Northern New York, and no matter what happens, what goes on, I think Northern New York is Northern New York, and I think we're a good group. I think we've gotten together a lot. We've started to work together a lot, and regardless of whatever happens, I would like to not see that end. So that's my thoughts. Steve, WV2Z, what are your thoughts? Talk to me.
Well, I think that sounds like a good idea, getting the logo out there. As far as those prizes, yeah, those are fine. That sounds like a good idea. I like it.
Cool. We do have, probably should have pulled one of these out. We even have holographic stickers. Woohoo! Anyways, I try to catch this stuff when it's on sale, and I try to do it when it's on sale because, of course, the league doesn't pay for this stuff. So, and I don't mind. I like the fact that we're getting increased activity, and I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but we're getting that. We're getting increased activity in the section. People are doing, you know, I don't want to say doing more, quote unquote, you know, work. People are operating more. They're getting on the air more. They're you know, they're putting the section out there more, and I think that's really important. And so, and I know a lot of you guys are supporting that. So thank you. It, whether you believe it or not, it is making a difference. So
Right intersection. I wonder if you brought some of those up to the speculator rally, if you could just sell them individually. I think a lot of guys would just like stickers or, you know, one of those jump drives to put their stuff on that would have the Northern New York name on or something like that on. That'd be pretty cool. You might sell a bunch of them.
well,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I think the same thing for DePauville.
Well, I'd like to give stuff away. I don't want to sell it because here's the problem I have with that, and you know, and you guys advise me on this, but you know, I don't want to be accused of, you know, Jesus, he had coffee mugs made up, and I'll be honest, the coffee mugs I had made up, I'm not gonna lie to you, they cost me $158, right? So it is what it is. I don't care. They look good. I got one up at camp that I'm drinking my tea out of, so I'm happy as hell, right? But the I don't want anybody to say that, you know, we're trying to profit from any of this. I really don't. I want them to say, you know what, the at least our section is doing something. That's all I care for. If I could figure out if there was going to be some interest, then I'd figure out exactly what it costs per mug, and if I was going to sell them, I'd sell them for exactly what it cost me per mug. I don't want to make a damn dime on any of it. If somebody wants one, I want them to be able to get one. You know, and the bottle openers and you know, stuff like that, Paul, they're not extremely expensive. I have no problem throwing them out there with the pens and the other stuff that ARRL gives to give away, and give them away. And same with some stickers. You know, as long as somebody doesn't come up and take 25 stickers, you know what I mean? They take one or two. I'm good with that. Because at the end of the day, you know, we had a logo contest. Somebody made up the logo. Somebody made up the motto that goes with the logo. They won a prize. And now that's, you know, what we use for Northern New York. And I want to see that get out there. If you guys think there's, you know, there may be a, you know, something for coffee cups, I'll order a dozen or something. We'll figure something out and see what we can do. But the important thing is, getting that stuff out there and having, you know, having our section, having some pride in the section. You know, that to me is more important than anything else. Okay, so that's the field day idea. So we'll do that then. If you guys are in agreement that's probably a decent idea, sounds good, then I'm going to go ahead and put some more stuff together so that we can do a care package for summer field day. And then we'll talk about at the next meeting, we'll start with the reminders to, come up with some kind of jar or whatever when somebody shows up at your field day site, they can throw their name in. So, and you guys can, take that a little bit further. Hey, if you show up, anybody who shows up for setup, you can throw your name in twice. Something like that, and increase your chances to win a prize. So we'll do something. All right. Okay. Let me see here. Trying to look to see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to bring up to you guys today too, was earlier in the day I had gone on and looked at the Northeast Ham Expo site, which some of you know is an event that some of us look forward to every year. And they usually had what do I want to say? They had a room rate for the weekend, and it was like $109 a night. So I called up this morning, and it's $189 a night now. So needless to say, I said to the guy at the desk, well, okay, but no, thank you. And he's like, well, we'll be selling out. I'm like, well, I don't think you'll be selling out, but no, thank you. There's last year we had 13 rooms in our group. This year they'll have 0. I did drop a message to the to their chairman and said, hey, by the way, guys, in case you didn't know this, I know they wouldn't give you a room rate this year, but it's gone from $109 to $188. So good luck. I wish you guys great luck, but I'm not giving you $400. By the time you're done with their taxes and fees, it's a little over $200 a night per room, and I'm not going to give you $400 to come up and spend. Last year our tickets and dinners were $150, so not happening. So anyhow, for those of you who may or may not have been interested in the Ham Expo, it is now $188 for a room per night. All right. The other thing, how many of you are familiar with the NNYARRL.org website? Anybody go on there? Okay. If you don't, check it out. We have a lot of information on the site. It's NNYARRL.org. It's a pretty basic, simple site. There's, we have our section logo on there, but there's not a lot of backgrounds, not a lot of stuff to load to clog you down. The reason behind that is we want it to load quickly on your telephones. If you want to load the site on your phone or whatever, Matt's done a pretty good job. So we've got a bunch of stuff up there on the site, including the new licensing class that we're doing over in Schoharie County. And for those of you who aren't familiar, we just did one not that long ago at over in Bern, and we had 30 some people show up for the weekend technician course, and we had told them, if you don't study beforehand, you're probably not going to pass. But this was a very nice place, and they had big screen TVs up with wireless mics, so we could walk around and teach and whatever. And out of, I think, 34 people, I think we passed like 27 or 28. So we made a lot of new hams, and Matt Lacey, NQ2U, who couldn't be with us tonight, wanted to do this over at the firehouse in Schoharie. And we have people already from that first group who are studying and working, and they're going to go over and take their general on Sunday. But anyways, there does seem to be a renewed interest in the technician class and testing and studying. So if you're interested, please, reach out. We can help you in any way we can. You can look on the site. We've got some resources on the NNY ARRL site for both the Dave Kassler videos for technician and the different books. So anyone interested, there you have it. And that stuff will stay up there for a while. We do have a new events page where we're putting up some of the Hamfests and swap meets. And we'll be putting more up as they become available. Matt and I basically try to keep the page current. If you guys have any ideas, information, things you want to see on this page, let Matt and Q2U or myself know, and we'll try to do it. Or if it's something, if you say, Steve, if you wanted a page for whatever, Steve's Ham Radio Extravaganza page or whatever you want to call it, let us know. We can make that page, get you a login, and for something that you can update, right? And whatever. So it goes for anyone in the section. If they want to do something, if they want to use we're paying for that website anyways. The section is paying for it. So please, 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 if you got a use for it, and something that you think will be useful for members of the section, let us know. Let's do something. Let's use it for that. Let's use it for the good of the section.
Is it getting a lot of traffic, Rocco?
It is. Let me see if I can give you some of the metrics. Hang on. Yeah, it's actually doing well. Hang on a second. I can't see you guys while I'm doing this, so give me just a
One thought I just had is maybe a club listing.
We have a club listing up there. What is going on here?
Rocco, while you're doing that, we have an initiative going on up here with the college. One of our members is a SUNY police officer who's also a ham, and he's working at trying to get a club started on the campus.
Okay.
That would be something to put on that page too.
What college is that?
Plattsburgh State University.
Thank you.
I thought we had something already, Jerry. There. Or no, maybe we had something at Clarkston at one time.
Yeah, Clarkson had a ham group there, students and faculty, I do believe.
K2CC.
Correct.
And then we had there was something else as well.
K2CC is active, by the way. They've been doing HF, and they're trying to get the repeater back where it used to be. Right now, it's basically sitting on the roof of a building, and the coverage is about the campus, and that's about it.
Yeah, when I was up there the other day, I heard it identify a couple times.
Yeah, let me see. I'm looking for something here. There was a way to look at those metrics. That's not it. See if I can give you guys an idea.
Well, Rocco, the point of my question was, is if it, if it could be doing better or if it's not doing well, maybe it's something that the different clubs in the section on their individual Facebook pages and websites and that we could also, advertise or push the section's website also.
Well, what it is, and I believe I got it now. Okay. Yeah, we're getting better than 1,000 hits a day.
Rocco, where'd you go?
This makes me think of the old 1960s hit Silence is Golden.
This has happened at least one time before when he was looking at something and didn't realize that he was cut off the program.
Guys, I just got a text from Rocco. He's got a problem. The Zoom app quit and he's trying to get it back.
Okay, I just texted him also. All right.
And
Uh,
he can hear and see y'all now, but we
okay.
can't see him.
So we're gonna call this a meeting?
Yeah, I might as well.